Okay, guys, I think I'm live. Let me know in the YouTube chat if you can see me and hear me. My stream is all set up and ready to go, so just waiting on a confirmation just to see if you guys are there. And happy Halloween! It is October 31st. This is a impromptu Halloween live stream, and we're gonna play a couple tournaments on Lichess. I'm gonna create them, and they are going to be Halloween themed tournaments. Okay, so in one tournament we're gonna play the Halloween Gambit. And in the other tournament, it will be the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation. Yes, those are really names of openings in chess. And if you want to read up on the history of those openings, you can certainly Google them and see. Actually, it would be kind of interesting for me to show you guys what those gambits are all about. I put up a link to the tournament if you're just joining the YouTube live stream. And let me just put that there again for those who are just joining us. As you can see, the tournament's going to start in about 8 minutes. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to play these back-to-back. They're going to be 30-minute tournaments each. We've already got 9 players in. I expect that number to rise. Hopefully, we'll match the count of tournaments in the past where we've got like 40, 50, 60-plus players. That would be fantastic. I wonder, let me show you. I'm just going to go to the analysis board real quick. Make sure this shows up on stream. And I want to demonstrate what this Halloween Gambit is all about, and then the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation. So the Halloween Gambit is the following opening. And since this is a thematic tournament, every game will be starting from the position I'm going to show you. So it goes e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6. And now, instead of the usual move like bishop b5 or d4, white sacrifices the knight on e5. So knight takes e5, the Halloween Gambit. And the tournament will start from this position. I don't want to say much more. As you can see, the engine, which I have on here in Lichess, does not like this Gambit a lot for white. But it wouldn't be a Halloween Gambit if it wasn't a little bit scary to play. So, you know, this will be a lot of fun, and we'll see what people can come up with here. Someone speculated that white's probably going to win more of the games, despite black being objectively better. And I think I agree with that. I'm going to go out on a limb and agree with that because it's always nice to have the initiative. In giving up this knight, you are going to get some play for it. And hint for you guys, if they take the knight, I would definitely play d4 and get these pawns arranged out here, this nice pawn duo on e4, d4. But, you know, you can go your own way, of course. So we'll see how it pans out. Now, the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation is also an e4, e5 opening. And that one goes knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4. So knight c3 on move 2 is the Vienna. And then bishop c4 allows this center fork trick idea, knight takes e4. And this initiates the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation. So if white were to simply recapture the knight, then black would have d5, forking the knight and the bishop. However, white need not recapture the knight. They can play queen h5, which would be my recommendation. And the tournament's either going to start from this position or this one. I'm not sure exactly which, but one of the two. I'll tell you that queen h5 is the main line, and white has 2 threats. We'll see how many people fall for this scholar's mate type idea. Hint, you probably want to stop that if you're black. You want to do something to defend f7. So those are the 2 positions we're going to be playing. Back-to-back bullet tournaments, 30 minutes each. And, ooh, we're up to 20 players, including our friend Seppo, who comes in at 25.95. I'm going to take your points, Seppo. That's a juicy rating. I would like some of those points on Halloween. Let me just check in the YouTube stream. We've got 64 players watching. That's a good chess number. And, yeah, I hope you guys like my costume, by the way. I am wearing a bow tie. You probably can't really see it right now, but I am wearing a bow tie. This is my $6 costume that I picked up last weekend because I went to a Halloween party and I didn't have a costume. So I literally picked like the cheapest costume that I saw. And, you know, it works. I got a little like tiger thing going on. I have a tail too. I haven't affixed the tail yet, but this is what the tail looks like. It would be kind of useless to wear this during the live stream here, so I'll just stick to the ears and the bow tie, which you can barely see. So if you're playing in costume on today, Halloween, you're doing well in my eyes. I'm gonna try to win both of these tournaments in costume. Just checking out the chat. Milan Blom says, finally managed to catch a stream. Nice. Glad you were able to tune in. It is about 1:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so I'm hopefully able to catch some of you European guys who are tuning in. It's not a leopard, it's a tiger, actually. It's a tiger costume. At least that's what it said on the package. You know, $6 Halloween costume packaging is very precise and 100% reliable. So, yeah, this is a tiger. I know my felines, guys. Let's be real here. Are you a dragon or a fire truck? Nope. None of the above. Lars says, you are my hero, John. I love every video. Thanks, Lars. Neg Spiral says, perfect timing to put this right after the Rugby World Cup final. Too much coffee was drunk for a 3 a.m. kickoff. Are you in Australia? Because I know when I do these live streams, like in the afternoon and whatnot, a lot of Australians have trouble because it's like right in the middle of the night for them, like the wee hours of the morning. Overcloud says, what's up, John? 1:35 a.m. here in Thailand. Early for you guys. Hope you're staying up late. Sounds like you are. Hello to you, JD Drew. Cody says, I am a bartender and our manager isn't letting us dress up. I'm disappointed. That seems pretty lame. Do you like bartend at a really high-end bar or something? It seems kind of lame that they wouldn't let you get in the Halloween spirit. Hello to you, Shannock. How's it going? Glad you caught the stream. Giacomo from Italy. What's up to you? 88 players. Jackson Colbert Nation says, brave of you to compete with college football. Yeah, maybe the fact that it's Saturday and it's a Halloween pushes this in my favor slightly. I feel like if this was a Sunday, I might have more trouble. Bobo the Awesome Cat says, tuning in from Israel. Awesome. We get like the most international stream here, I swear. Like, it's so cool. That I mentioned this before, but that's what I love about chess. I love the fact that people all over the world play it. And I mean, yeah, there's people from certain countries that are more likely to play chess, but it's really just so international. Like, you know, it's United Nations up in here, basically. Yako says, greetings from Finland. Hi from Romania. Awesome. Yep, got a couple people from Australia in here. Honduras. Norway. Longhorn Steakhouse. Oh, that's where Cody works. Okay. So we're at 32 players, and we're going to start in a little over a minute. Philip77 said he was prepping for this. And I think that's against the rules. I don't think you should be able to prep for a thematic tournament, especially one involving a potentially unsound gambit, like the Halloween Gambit. You know, like, there's something about that, like, seems wrong to me. Ooh, and we have Mr. King's Crusher in the tournament, sitting at 2450. That is quite a hefty rating. Hello to you, Trifon. What is the star you have next to your name? I don't know what that is. But King's Crusher could be a force in this tournament because, you know, he likes attacking chess. He's probably never met a gambit he doesn't like. So the Halloween Gambit, the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation, that sounds like right up his alley, basically. So those of you who are in the YouTube chat, you might want to jump in the Lichess chat because it's going to be hard for me to monitor both chats. And since I kind of need like all of the screen space here, I didn't put the YouTube chat up on the right. So, you know, preferably if you want to chat, do it in the Lichess, but of course you can do it in the YouTube stream
10,
as well.
9, 8.
Countdown to 10.
7, 6, 5, 4.
All right. Ooh, and we got
3,
Karp Kasparov,
2, 1.
a bevy of
0.
2,000 plus players. And good luck to everyone. I'm playing King's Crusher, and I'm gambiting the knight in the first game. Let's do this, KC. Really? You're going to go there, huh? Okay, well, let me just attack you. You're just going to give that piece back? You really hate material that much, huh? Didn't know that, Casey. Okay, let's come here. I'm attacking this and this. Take that. Attack your rook, man. Let's come here. Maybe I can get a quick attack against his king. He probably has to play b6, actually, to kind of stop that. Really? King's Crusher. This looks unsound. Somehow KC has managed to let me win material in this opening. I'm just going to castle. I'm going to let him take on a8 if he wants, because I think the initiative is more important. I think that is much more important. I'm getting his rook on f8. You know, this is a gambit, but if you're going to give me material, KC, I'm going to take it. You know, Just wait till you're white. Then you can sacrifice the material. Yeah, Casey just resigned. We get a quick win there. I'm going to tell everyone good luck. Oops, didn't even get a chance to do it. Something pretentious. Let's berserk this game. You can still berserk, of course. See if he goes d4. Is he there, Mr. Pretentious? 1569? Oh yeah, he's here. And then if e5, I got to put my knight on g8. I think this is the proper way to play it. And then go bishop b4. I'm just kind of guessing on this. I don't exactly know, but knight g8, that's the only safe square for the knight. So let's just do d5. And if he takes, I guess I'll play bishop e6. He can take on b7 now if he wants. And he takes that way, okay. Okay, let's take. I'm going to go queen d5 after this and try to trade queens. Otherwise, I get a2. That looks kind of nice. I managed to do like a Scandinavian-like move in this position, right? I was able to play queen to d5. So that's just fitting, isn't it? Okay, knight takes d4 could be happening. Also knight f4 maybe, if I get a chance. He's got to be quite careful here. If queen g4, I have knight takes e5. Ooh, that is not going to turn out well for you, sir. That was not advisable. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to try to get at d3, just to bust up his position a little bit. I know I'm giving a little bit of material to do this, but I think it's worth it. He's giving this bishop. Let's go snatch that guy. Let's play king b8 after that, just to secure our king. Make sure we don't get mated. Okay, let's give a check, and then we're going to come over here with this rook. Try to line up against his king. Queen b3 maybe, attack this pawn. What are you going to do? Let's come here. Next move, e5. Ooh, I had mate in d1. I'll just take that when he plays this. Then run our b pawn. Get another queen, just for simplicity's sake. Mr. Pretentious is going down. I'm sorry to say. That's checkmate. Okay, back to tournament. 5 points. Hello to you, Nick. One of my students. He has 8 points. He's out of the gate with a bang. Yeah, happy Halloween to you too. Rock always. And Sonata. Okay, Sonata. I think it's safe to pre-move d4 almost in these ones. Back there. Okay, that's the same thing KC did, but let's do this. Maybe e5 is better. I don't know. Okay, where's that knight going? I'll just keep chasing you. You see you get this like nice pawn roller when you do this, because now I can check on e2 and he's got a block. Seems unpleasant for him. Let's actually go here and try to chase this knight. We may as well. Take. Okay, chase. Give chase. Knight d5 perhaps. Let's go knight d5. I know we can check here, but I have queen d2. Oh, that is not good, Sonata. That was not good of you. So I'm just doing amazing with the Gambit so far through 2 games. I'm not going to get like too excited, but you know, this is promising. This is a promising start. Let's develop, attack that knight on e6. Let's go bishop d5, look to swap a little bit. And give a check here. Play bishop. Kind of target this d6 pawn. He's chasing my queen, but to no avail, I don't think. Black is down way too much material to do much here. Let's just be brutal. Let's just take that pawn. If he takes it, he's walking right into all these discovered attacks. Check. Yeah, and he resigned. So we vanquished Sonata. We're on 9 points. Nick lost a game. Who else we got in here? We got 61 players. Good turnout. All right, let's berserk this game. Take the knight. Berserk. I'm going to play knight g6. I'm just going to pre-move that against d4. Played queen e2. That's a new one. All right, let's come here. d6. Oh, he has queen b5 check. That was not a good move by me. He could have won my bishop. All right, let's take that. And we'll come here. Attack e4. Okay, let's go knight e5. Ooh, he hung the queen. I'm the beneficiary of a lot of blunders by my opponents so far. This is going nicely in that department. Now it's going to be mate once I lift the rook and then swing this over. That was a quick checkmate, guys. All right, I'm at 14 points. Just taking a look at the YouTube chat. Happy Halloween to you, Antihistamine. And Martine, thank you for joining in. All right, Colby Jack. You're provisional. I'm not going to berserk against you. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared of that. Knight back to g8. I wonder how many people looked up the Halloween Gambit theory right before this. Just to figure out what to do. I guess I'll take that in castle. Let's play d6. Ooh, that's a free pawn right there. go after d3. This guy's sacking the house against me. So much material. Take that. He can check on h5, but he has 2 pieces hanging. Ooh, more material. Let's retreat our attack knight. He still has that check, but king g8 is safe enough. All right, Colby Jack resigns. How are my rivals doing? Karp Kasparov lost his first game, doing okay since then. Philip has a perfect score. We've gotten some quick games, though. That's what's helped here. Okay, important game right here. Let's do that again. Let's do this. Plays d5. Okay, I guess I'll take that. Drop this back. Bishop e6. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll take. Let's play h4 and just run this pawn. If he takes it, I was thinking, well, I guess he could take now. Let's play bishop g5. I castle queenside, I suppose, in this. He's probably going to do the same. Okay, let's come here. At least now he can't castle. That's kind of nice for us. How's he going to get out of this bind? This slight bind that we have him in? Really? Really, really, really? Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's come over here. I need to get some attack going, though. He looks a little solid right now. He's taking material, which I don't mind. But I got to find some way to get at the king. Let's take and then play knight g5. This looks good. Attack this and this. How do you deal with this threat? This looks bad for him. Check, check, check. I can check here. Attacking the knight twice. If he moves the knight, I have rook takes e6. So I think we're getting the best of Karp Kasparov. I believe. Let's just double up. Attack e6 again. Oh, we can take that for sure. Take. Ooh, and we win f5. Important. Very important. That's winning. Check. Go take this guy next move. All right, let's just drop that back. Check here. Yep, and he resigned. So 22 points. Thank you, Something Preet. Hello to you, Breezy Void. Still rolling, says Nick. Yeah, you've been doing well. 16 points. Kazi says, John, you're unusually perky today. Must be the costume. Yeah, I got a lot of sleep last night, so that was good. I was hibernating. All right, this player's playing the knight g8, the greedy idea. Let's threaten queen takes f7 mate. It's actually kind of hard to defend against for black. This looks bad for them. Attacking the rook and still threatening this. They should play d5. d5, I think, is practically the only move here. Otherwise, they're going to lose that rook for free. That rook is going down gratis. Let's mate with the bishop. Okay. Back to tournament, 27 points. I think someone was asking, will I add this to my YouTube channel? Yes, the nice thing about streaming on YouTube is that it automatically gets uploaded after the stream is over. So yes, you'll see this up on my channel ASAP once we're done. Oh, Baluk, wow. Look at your rating, man. 2355. Amazing. Okay, you're playing kind of defensive. F3? I don't think that's quite in the spirit of the position, Baluk. I could be wrong, but I think you got to be more aggressive with these pawns. I don't think you can kind of sit around and be okay with trading or just keeping a solid structure. You gotta come at me, man. Let's play b5. Just going for an attack. Okay, we'll take. And then we are going to try to crash through here. Take again. Open the position. Let's play rook c8. Maybe he can play e5. I don't know. Let's go here. Maybe bishop b5 ideas. Attack the queen. Let's come here first, actually. I don't know why I drag his queen there, but maybe it'll help. Let's do this. He's still pinned down the c-file. I gotta watch g7 a little bit, but on the whole, I don't think it should matter much. Let's come here. Let's go here. Just guard against mate. He can take and try to open our king a bit. Let's bring this back. Okay, now I have checks on the back rank, potentially. Let's come here, though. I want to go queen here. That's my plan. It's very sneaky, but I think it wins. Yeah, because now he can't go to c2. That's why I played the bishop here. Take away that square from the king. He's just getting mated. He can throw something in the way on E1 or D1, but he's getting mated. And special shout out to Baluk. That guy was my very first YouTube subscriber. Like, I don't know how he found my channel. Before I even started posting videos, he started subscribing to me. Okay, Karp Kasparov is doing this line again. He seems to believe in it. Let's come here. Same thing. He's going to play bishop e6. I'm going to castle queenside once again. Probably rush my g and my h pawns at him. He should probably develop a little faster than he has been. Let's come here and attack this pawn. Let's go here and try to go h5. Okay, he's just going to give us that one pawn. That's reasonable. I don't know. We have 2 pawns, though, now for the piece. I think I could play this. Do I have 2 pawns or 3 pawns? 3. I think I have 3, actually, if I'm counting correctly. I'm just going to trade and then go knight e4. Just play for a good endgame, basically. Let's go here and attack this. Oh, no, that was kind of a unnecessary attack, actually. That didn't do anything. Let's play g4. Let's do this. He'll take my pawn on e3, but I can win e6 now. Dun, dun, dun. Let's keep pushing. Keep on rolling. Guard that pawn. Okay, we'll guard this too. Keep our structure all together. It's hard for him to attack that knight, actually. If he takes here, my plan is g7 and then rook h8. He has king d7. Ooh, I think he went the wrong way with his king. I do not think he should have done that. Because now, what are you doing about this move? Pin on g8. Or, yeah, on g8. Karp Kasparov is going down. Okay. So 35 points. Sonata 2. Let's take this again. Playing the greedy way. Bishop here. Let's develop. Ooh, he's coming at us that way. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to take... And then... Got to figure out how to slow him down. Probably this. Probably this. He can trade and then play g4 or do that. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm going to try to fight back on this wing. We will play for an endgame. Ooh, we dropped a piece. All right, we win the bishop. Blunder by Sonata. Let's come here. Go take this one. Come here. You can come in with that rook, but we defend. Keep everything defended. I can maneuver this knight, bring it to e6 where it's nice and safe. d4 is under attack. Let's take that. If he plays h6, I'll come here. And now we're going to get rook takes h6 in. Let's push that. Bring this back to defend a7. Let's just do this. Got to coordinate my rooks a little bit. He's not threatening anything there. Drop the rook. Okay, and we win the game. Emil says you're getting rooted for, Nick. They're cheering you on with 20 points. Benjamin in the YouTube chat says, so glad to catch a Finn stream. We got 150 people watching. Hello to all viewers. If you're joining late, we're playing 2 tournaments. One is a Halloween Gambit thematic tournament, which you're seeing. We're about halfway through with that. And the next one will be a Frankenstein-Dracula Variation tournament. So that should be fun. I'm going to do this and then play d5 because I think I can get away with it. Actually, can he play queen e2? He can maybe play queen e2. He might have missed an opportunity. Now I can attack that bishop and simultaneously defend f7. So he had an opportunity right there. I think he passed up. How do I unwind? Let's go rook b8 and then b6, bishop b7. This could be okay, I guess. Let's see if he wants to trade. So just trying to bring this out here. Knight f5, this is looking good. Let's take, sure. And then let's take again. Come here to attack the rook. I think I kind of want to block out this bishop maybe, so I'm considering d5, but I probably won't do it. I'll probably just attack the e-pawn for now. I can play bishop e4 maybe, and then d5 later. It's a little dangerous to take that. Let's just play something sensible. Okay, I'm going to move this. I know he can take f7, but I get an attack here. That looks pretty devastating. Also, queen e1 could be an issue. My threat is queen e1, rook f1, bishop e3, which I believe he's going to fall for. Yeah, now he has to give up his queen if he wants to avert mate, but just a matter of time now. Okay, and he resigns. So I'm doing well in the Halloween Gambit one. King's Crusher had a rough start, but he is now in second place, 1 point ahead of Hanig Dachs, and we're playing King's Crusher. So we played him in the first game, but he insisted on giving back the material ASAP. He still wants to give back the material. King's Crusher does not like playing with extra pieces, so you know that's his prerogative, of course. Let's play this. Knight h4 could be kind of annoying. Let's go here and then maybe h4. I don't know. Okay, let's play bishop here and attack that rook in the corner. He's got a trade, I think. Otherwise, that rook is just trapped. Let's go queen e3. Maybe I can play rook e1 and kind of dominate the file. I'm leaving c2 undefended. It's not so smart. Nah, I'm going to let him take it. It's kind of... Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but we'll see. This might turn out okay. Let's go here. Oh, okay, let's take. We'll just take that, and I'll take here next move, and then come here, attack that pawn. I don't want to trade, though. I want to keep some material on board. Let's come here. Blunder that pawn for some reason. g4. Just start advancing, attacking stuff. Play a3. Let's bring our king up. Kick that back. Let's come here, attack that pawn. Ooh, and he's blundering a lot of stuff. He's trying to get some counterplay, but so long as we're careful here, I don't think it'll matter. Ooh, now we cut off his rook, and he can't stop h8 queen. So it looks like we get another win against KC. 47 points. And with less than 12 minutes remaining, we're in good shape. We're 16 points ahead of the next player. But this player, wow, they have a perfect score. It looks like they joined a little bit late. Someone asked in the chat, is Anton not here? No, I'm pretty sure he's here. He wouldn't miss a live stream. He is a super fan, so he, of course, would not miss a live stream. Okay, so this line again. I think I like what I did the first time around. This turned out okay. Let's play a little bit different this time. Let's come here. Let's see if we can kind of angle for controlling f5. So we'll do this. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. I guess I'll come here. He's being annoying. Okay, let's do this. That's a good reply. I'm in some danger here. This is not looking amazing for me right now. Queen g5, maybe? Okay, let's do this. If he plays rook e1, I have knight f3, which is huge. He's just going to ignore it. He ignores it altogether. Okay. Be careful, John. Be very careful. I'm going to castle out of danger. No, I can't castle. Oh, that's so annoying. I better bring this back for protection then. He can just take h4. Okay, at least I get to eliminate that. I'm trying to mount a defense, but it's not easy. Yeah, that's a good move. I'm way down on time, too. Okay. Oh, no. Queen somewhere is going to hurt me real bad. I'm going down in this game. I'm going down hardcore. Oh, all right, I'm going to resign this one. I thought I was going to make it through the Halloween Gambit tournament with a perfect score, but Karp Kasparov got me. Okay, well, this could be interesting because this player's coming on really strong, and they haven't berserked much, just one game, but they do have a perfect score. They're only one game behind us. So, I really thought I was going to be in there with a perfect one. Yeah, Finn's fan is a better way of describing you, Anton. Not super fan. Okay, hello to you again, Baluk. Let's play d4. Let's roll these pawns. Knight g8. He's going to be greedy. Take this. Play bishop c4. All right. So he was paying attention to what the other player was doing. Just going to launch that h-pawn. They can take it, though, is the thing. I guess queen g4. Just trying for some sort of... This is kind of a nifty idea. I'm trying for an initiative. What? Really? Okay, take. Let's play bishop here. That might have actually been a pretty reasonable way of defending. We'll do that. Castle. They can't castle because I win the knight on f7 if they do. So probably he needs to play something like knight d8. But now we get this in. We're attacking the queen. This looks particularly bad because we have d6 coming next move. Ooh, Baluk is all pinned up here. Also, d7 is a threat. I'm not even taking the knight, just d7. Let's bring this up. I'm not going to cash in yet. Ah, he has knight d8. I should have seen knight d8. All right, let's take this now. Better do that before we don't get a second chance. Now e6 is a threat. e6, e6. Okay, let's do that first. Guard the king. Always got to guard the king. Yeah, now we have queen takes f7 coming. Looking bad for our very first YouTube subscriber. Let's give a check. And then I can promote next move. I'm on his queen right here. Yep. Okay, back to tournament, so that's a good victory. 8 points. Pawn Hills King. I'm not going to berserk, though. I don't think I need to yet. What's this one? Okay, this is an interesting way of doing it. e5 next move? Nope. Okay, let's play knight e7. Let's take here. I'm going to give back the piece, but white's done some damage to his own king, so I feel like I can get away with this. I'm actually going to do this, and then a quick rook e8 is my hope. Let's do this. He's got to play knight e4 now. And then I can take on b2. And then maybe d5 after this. Ooh, that's a blunder. He's pinned, so he loses something. All right, so now we're going to be up just a pure rook from the looks of it. Let's come here. Attack that bishop. We'll take. Let's come here. Okay, take that. Yep. And we're going to get the quick victory unless he plays it out. Okay, so he resigns. 51 points. Ooh, Honig, he slowed down a little bit. He lost a game. Who did he lose to? He lost to... Couldn't tell. All right, Finkelfrand is the next opponent. 1953. Finkel is going to try to keep the material as well. Let's set up the cheapo mate threat. This looks tasty. What are you going to do about that? Queen d7? I guess you can do that. Okay, let's do this, and then I'm going to castle as soon as possible. He's going to kind of ignore me. Okay. I guess I have to go here. And you can play d5. Annoying. Queen g4 is possible trading. All right, we got to get something going soon here. Otherwise, this is going to be no compensation. Well, let's take that. That's a good start. He could have taken c2 instead. That would have been better, I think. Okay, let's defend here. Takes f4, though. All right, well, at least we get a pawn roller. Knight e7 is kind of an inexplicable move. Wow, look at this pawn bastion I've got going. This is quite nice, I think. Maybe I should have just taken. Now he can set up a blockade on d6, but we still have quite a few pawns. He's going to put the knight on d6. Let's drop this back. Let's push this pawn. We're getting a pawn roller going. A regular pawn roller. a4, stop him from playing b5. Let's come over with this rook. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's play h6. You can play g6 and keep the position closed. I'm looking for ways to get in. I want to get into the position. Knight b7 maybe, trying to come to c5. Let's do this. I'm going for c5. He saw it. He saw my plan. Yeah, he can install the knight there. It's on a great square in that one. Well, my position has slowed down a little bit, but I feel like a well-timed... Whoa, he just gave me a piece for no reason. Let's come over here. Put a stop to shenanigans involving that pawn. Let's do this. He can take my bishop, but don't know that it matters. Okay, let's come here. We'll give a check. All right, we win on time. So good win there. 55 points, less than 5 minutes remaining. Just going to check up on this YouTube chat. Renato says, nice look, John. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm going for. If you didn't see it, I have a bow tie on. I'll lean back so you can see the bow tie. And I have a tail that I didn't affix, as I was saying. All right, Nick. Nick's in the stream, so I don't know if he knows what I've been saying about this gambit, but we're going to take a risk and play a little different than usual. I'm trying to throw off his preparation. That's the point of this. Let's go e5. Let's just chase that bishop around a little bit. Let's play h4. Just attack that king. Just get at the king, you know? Might as well. If bishop e6, I'm going to pull the bishop back here and hope he takes on d4 so I can win his queen. He's probably not going to fall for that. He can take on g2. Oh, he dropped the queen. That was bad. And if he takes it, I can take here on f5. Yep, he immediately resigns. Big victory for us in the tournament. We now have a 12-point cushion over Honig. Sorry, Nick. Emil was rooting for you, but it wasn't to be. Connor says, John, your costume scared the living daylights out of me. I know, it's very intimidating, this tiger costume. Yeah, I know. I didn't go the extra mile to draw on whiskers. But thank you. The ears are a good look, I know. All right, J Postuma. We're taking the material and running. Let's come here. We'll take this. Play d6. Control the f5 square. You can start attacking us with c4. You notice in this gambit, like a lot of times white just gets this massive pawn roller. That's what usually happens, it seems. In return for the material. Let's just castle. I think we're pretty safe now. We'll go here. Get out of the pin. Let's play c6 just to make sure this knight never gets captured. He can move this bishop and then try to play c4, but I think it's not going to amount to much. He wants to threaten mate. Of course, we're not going to allow that. His play comes to a bit of a dead end. Now we're on the rook and the queen. Let's take that pawn. That's a free pawn. Pawn gratis. Now we're pinning him. And he dropped the queen. All right, we're coming up to the end of the tournament. We've got a minute and a half left. Probably get one more game in. Wow, we almost hit 100 players for this thematic tournament. Bit Wizardry was in, but he joined a little late. Wasn't real serious contender. All right, Bernie, let's just berserk this game. Otherwise, it's not going to count. So, you know, might as well berserk and just give ourselves a chance. Bernie. No one's playing Queen F3. I feel like Queen F3 was the best move in that position. Could be wrong, but castle. All right, let's play c6. Just stay solid. Let's go bishop f5. f6. Let's chase you. Oh, that bishop's actually trapped, isn't it? Take here. Let's come back. Actually, let's go here. That looks fun. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give up a little bit of material. He didn't take it. Interesting. Let's pop our queen out here, too. Whoa, he's just running. Just running like crazy. But now we win b3. How much time is left? 30 seconds? I think I can win in that amount of time. Ooh, especially when he does that. Okay, back to tournament. And less than 30 seconds remaining. We have 68 points. I do better in the thematic tournaments than I do in the regular tournaments. I don't know what that indicates about my chess, but, you know, this was a 30-minute tournament compared to Lichess' usual 25 or 26 minutes, whatever it is. So, you know, I have a slightly higher score than I normally would, but maybe I'm just destined to play the Halloween Gambit, and the rest of you guys are a little less clear as to how to proceed there. But no, it's probably just blind luck. So, all right, so we win the tournament, and Honig Docs got second place. Bit Wizardry got third. This guy's very good, so I feel like if he was in a little bit earlier, he might have had a chance. Berserked in about a fifth of our games. The next tournament is coming up shortly. And I'm going to set it for like 5 minutes from now. And I'll put the link in the YouTube chat. And also this one, I guess. So let's create this tournament. Whoops, create tournament. All right, so this is what you do when you want to create a tournament. You kind of select it from the list, and it is, there it is. It's not exactly an ECO order. So we just did Halloween Gambit. Now we're going to do Frankenstein-Dracula Variation. We want it rated. Might as well. Duration, 30 minutes once again, and let's start in 5 minutes. That gives enough people to kind of go get a drink or whatever, run to the bathroom. I might do the same, actually. And let's see, just making sure I've got everything right. All right, create tournament. I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat. And also, let me go back to that last tournament. Where was it? How do I get to it? Halloween Gambit Arena. All right, so I put the link there. Everyone should be able to see it. And I'm going to go to that tournament. And we'll start up here in just a few minutes. We've already got 20 players in. It starts in 4 minutes. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. That was a lot of fun, that first tournament. And I guess people have taken note because they just joined back up here. Got 37 players. Bossy Brain says, a little late to the party. Hello to you, Jay Bartholomew, too. Why does everyone have a high rating? Good question. But bear in mind, I mean, there's players of all ratings in here. We shouldn't neglect some of the lower rated players. I mean, look at this. You've got people all the way down to 1190. And that's not even the lowest I've seen by a good margin. So just play for fun. Don't worry about your rating so much. Fins, have you considered streaming on Twitch? Can't watch YouTube streams in Germany. Yeah, I regret the fact that you guys can't watch it. That's one annoying thing because I think Germany is probably my third or fourth most popular country in terms of number of viewers. So I can check the YouTube analytics and see that. So I regret the fact that you guys can't watch the live streams, apparently. I do like streaming on YouTube. It's worked out really well. I don't really see a reason to switch to Twitch other than that. YouTube just immediately archives it, so it's really nice. And we're starting in a minute and a half. Finally here, Fins, Argentina present. Yeah, sorry, I didn't put my tail on. You didn't see it when I got up from my chair. Okay, so just to quickly tell you guys what the Frankenstein-Dracula variation is. It's this line. The tournament starts like ASAP. Whoops, not that move. Knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4, knight takes e4, and it's either going to start from this position or here after queen h5. Because queen h5 is kind of the critical move. So fair warning, that's the starting position for the Frankenstein-Dracula arena. By the way, if anyone is in the Reddit thread that I posted about this, if you want to put up the link for this tournament, that would be great. That would be doing me a big favor. I said in that thread I would post a link, but tournament's starting here in a second, so If anyone is able to do that, that would be cool. Bossy Brains from Singapore. Just got back from a Halloween party. All right, so nothing better to do after a Halloween party than play some Bullet on Lichess. Felix in the YouTube chat says, nice costume. Thanks, Felix. It's a tiger. It's not a leopard. It's not a lynx. It's not a puma. It's a tiger.
10, 9, 8.
And we've got our
7,
countdown.
6.
We've got 59 players and
5,
counting.
4.
Jake says, good
3,
evenings from Great Britain.
2.
Good evening.
1, 0.
All right, and away we go. Bit wizardry. Let's see what he comes up with here. Knight d6 is the critical move. Queen e7, what is that? Can I just win a piece? I don't know about Queen e7. That seems a little suspicious. Maybe he got confused by the position, but who knows? Okay, let's just kick him back here. He might trade. All right, let's just take that. Because then we can take here and try to enforce further simplifications. Let's just play bishop f4. I'll castle short. He castled long, but I think castling short's good. f7 is hanging. We could always go after that. But I think I'm just going to go after the d3 pawn. I think that would be a smart thing to do. Let's do this and then go take d3. He doesn't have much of a counter argument to that. All right, we'll just take that. Then we'll pop the knight back over to d4, in fact. Let's come here. Let's do this again. Come here. Defend this. c6 could happen. c6 looks pretty juicy. We go c7 check. Now we win even more material. And he resigned. Okay. So we get the win against Bit Wizardry. That may not be insignificant. You know, it's nice to knock out a very tough guy right off the bat. There we go. We got Nick again. Won his first 2 games real quick. Hey, Pratik. How's it going? Haven't seen you for a while. Glad to see you're in here. The stream is muted, someone said. I don't think so. It shouldn't be. All right. So, Shaunik. Oh, hello to you, Shaunik. Glad to see you're here. Oh, he knows the theory. Yeah, this goes like in some weird fashion, like queen f3, f5, queen d5 now, I think is the move. And now black is supposed to sacrifice this rook in the corner. Like, no joke, that's how this line goes. I don't really know why or how, but you can win the piece back and black gets kind of an initiative out of this. So I'm playing to trap this knight. He can take on b6 and try to get a couple pawns for it at least, but he's just going to let me take that knight where it stands. He's using a lot of time. He's trying to figure out what to do. I want to do a discovery with this knight, but I have to bear in mind that the bishop is undefended. Okay, you guys can hear. Good. Someone just said the stream is muted, so I got scared for a second. If bishop g5, I'll play bishop f6. If that, let's come here. If he takes, isn't his queen actually trapped? What do you do with this queen now? There's like no squares you can go to that are safe. Look at my knight. Just covers so many different avenues for your queen to escape, Shaunik. Looks good. Someone said there's an awesome John Nunn game in this line. Yeah. Occasionally you'll see grandmasters playing like kind of cool lines like this. It doesn't happen very often, but yeah, occasionally you'll see GMs like dive into some really complex gambit that most top players wouldn't even think about playing. High feedback, please, and poor York. All right, Nick, let's do queen h5 again. All right, here's my backup line, queen takes e5. It's very boring, but it could be effective. I don't know. He's going to castle. Okay. This kind of reminds me of a Berlin or something. Let's just castle. He can do a discovery with this bishop. Let's come here. Knight f5 is probably a good move. Maybe I can sink my knight into d5, perhaps? Yeah, like now. Can I win this? Oh, his knight was just hanging. Duh, should have taken that. Okay, whatever. I'll just go after the rook in the corner. And this is not a good version of the Frankenstein-Dracula variation. Yeah, he just resigns. Cactus on fire. Whoa. That's a lot of points to win in your first 3 games. 375 points. Nick said he doesn't know what he's doing. That's kind of the point of this tournament. No one really knows what's going on. Okay, let's play knight d6. What? Okay, free bishop. I mean, rule number 1 is not to blunder pieces, guys. You guys should stop blundering pieces. You got to give yourself a chance at least. If the position's already dubious to begin with, you know, you gotta at least give yourself a fighting chance. Okay, let's do this. He could have taken on e5, so I was blundering something there myself. He's launching the h-pawn at us. Let's go bishop here. Let's just develop. Bishop takes f3. Yeah, let's inflict these pawns on him. d5, advance in the center. Take. h4 could be hanging. Let's go after that pawn. I'm greedy like that. d4, attack that bishop. He has knight b5 and maybe come in here, but it's not enough. He just resigned. So we're getting some quick wins. Bit wizardry, though. Yeah, a lot of times you see people in these bullet tournaments, like they lose the first game, but they come storming back, especially if they're a good player. Because if you're going to lose a game, it's best to lose the first game. Then you don't interrupt any streaks or anything. And you typically get like a pretty good pairing, too. Okay, we're gonna berserk against Yarash. What do we do here? Knight here? This is not good. He can just castle. I don't know what I was doing right there, but let's try to get knight g5 in. Knight g5 would be a good attacking move. Ooh, what does he do about that? Because I'm coming in here. Ooh, I'm going to demonstrate kind of a cool mating technique if he plays king h8. Oh, he didn't. Let's come h4. This might be unsound, but I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. This is the plan. And now knight f7 and queen h7 are threats. And if he goes there, he loses the queen. As you see. Let's bring up this rook and attack g7. Already he can't defend that. Okay, back to tournament. We storm ahead a bit wizardry. Nice, 17 points. Louis says, someone from Brazil here. Yeah, there's a lot of Brazilians. There should be at least a few in the stream. Thomas. All right, queen h5. Yeah, it's bishop b3, right? That's what I played last time. Okay, let's come here. So this is the critical line. And now this queen d5, queen e7 move. And you give up the rook in the corner. This is fun stuff. I don't know. I think it's more fun to be black. I don't know the theory, but I mean, it just seems more fun to be black in these positions. That was not a good move. I think he's dropping this knight now. Yeah, he's just dropping that piece. Let's do this. He can take g2, but I think I have knight d5 now. This is nice. Yeah, and if he takes, we take back. Queen b8 check is coming. That's going to force him to trade the queens. And now we're just completely winning. We're up way too much material. And he resigned. Someone said it should be called the Frankenstein's Monster Dracula Variation. Someone says, I wonder what John's biggest fan is. A ceiling fan. Let's berserk this game. We'll do this line. Again, they drop a piece. Once again, okay, let's come here. Attack the queen. Trade. Not sure why I put that on d6. That seemed kind of unnecessary. Let's castle. Knight c6. Knight d4. Looking for trades, looking for swaps. Let's come here. b6, bishop b7, just develop. Simple chess. Simple chess, right, guys? Just trade stuff off. Rook e8, look for more trades. Okay. Take that. Take that too. Is he going to take it? All right, now we get g5 in, or this next move. Let's see what he wants to do. All right, f4. Now I can maneuver my knight. We'll take that. Thank you. Let's maneuver the knight here. Now I can play here. And I'm actually just promoting this pawn, aren't I? Promoting the pawn and checkmate in 2. All right, so we get the berserk win. That one panned out nicely. We're going to have some serious competition down the stretch. You know, adding that 5 minutes, because most of these Lichess tournaments are 25 or 26 minutes, but adding those extra 5 minutes makes a really big difference. That allows for a higher level of competition. You can recover from an early loss. Dark Schnapps is the next opponent. Attack the bishop. Knight c6. See if he plays the knight b5 move. That's critical. Nope. Okay, g6 then. So now I'm going to castle, and what is this? Another opponent who just blunders. There's no mate on f7, so you can't do that. You can't do that, man. And he drops queen, too. Mr. Schnapps, that was not a good game by you. All right, 10-point lead on the field. I'm getting a little lucky. You know, my opponents are not playing well. Let's do backup line. Queen takes e5 against Ului. Drop this bishop back. Maybe I could have played it to b3. I don't know. Might have been a little bit better. All right, let's play d5 before he gets to play d5. Just try to cramp him a little bit. I'm going to come here. Let's do that. g5? You want to go all in with g5? Nope. Okay, at least now I have like a positional advantage. Although I don't think the Frankenstein-Dracula variation is an opening you play to gain a positional advantage. So bear that in mind. Okay, now he's losing material. We can take here and then take d5 next move. If rook here, we have a fork on e7. Also f6 was hanging, but this is even easier, I think. Oh, let's take that piece as long as he's offering it. Okay, let's take here. He can take a2, but he's going to get his knight trapped. Okay. Let's come over with this rook. Check. g4. Just defend. All right, let's go attack that h-pawn. We'll just defend here. Make sure he can't get too much going. I'm threatening f6 now. Let's just take that. He's running out of things to sacrifice. We'll go after that pawn. That's no stalemate. Still no stalemate. And checkmate. 34 points. Someone said KC in the house. Yeah, King's Crusher played the last tournament, if you didn't catch him there. He was playing. I was giving him a hard time because I was offering material, and he wasn't taking it. He was insisting on playing aggressive, as he usually does. I don't know about that move. Ooh, definitely don't know about that. Now let's take here next, and maybe I can win that rook in the corner too. Yep. Just take all the material. Just take everything that's offered to us. Knight e5 coming. Where does that king go? Can't go to c7, so he's got to go there. I haven't hardly developed any pieces, but it doesn't appear to matter. Let's come here. Okay, well, let's just go here. We'll get this out. We'll take that. Oh, g2 was hanging as well. But that's okay. Check. Mate next move. Can't go to c7 because of the bishop. Yep, checkmate. 39 points. 79 players. Jacob said I should dress up as Frankenstein or Dracula next year. Once again, this costume was very much thrown together at the last minute. I went to a party last weekend, and just like an hour before the party, I went to this place called Ragstock, which is like just it's almost like a, I don't even know what you call it, like a flea shop or something, and just pick like the cheapest costume I could find. My level of effort on this costume was next to nothing. Okay, he's hanging h3. I'm gonna go take it. Let's take here. This looks trickier. Let's come here. This is also a tricky move, threatening rook h1 mate. Now we can take that, and we're threatening queen h2 mate. Let's check here. Now he's got to give up his queen. He's sacking everything. Sacking the house. Let's just go pick up more material. Get the rook involved. Give a check. Go pin the bishop. And checkmate. So we're 20 points ahead of the field. Looks like Bit Wizardry and Karp Kasparov kind of slowed down a little bit. Yeah, not doing too bad carp cost at the start of this one, but that loss hurt a lot. All right, Pratik, hello to you. He also plays knight takes e4. I think technically not the best continuation, but, you know, it's playable. All right, I'll let him take e5 if he wants, because he's got to waste some time with his queen doing that. Well, now that he does that, I'll do it this way. I'll take here. Yep, now here, and we should be able to consolidate this extra pawn. I think this is a nice position for us. He has d4. I should have seen d4 coming. That's annoying. Yeah, that's a bad move by me. I'm just going to do this. He can take e5. I think it'll turn out all right, though. Maybe e6. e6, I'll play bishop h5. I mean, it is equal material still, so not bad. Let's take here. And then, I don't know, maybe pin him. You can come in rook d7. Let's play h6. Just kick him back a little bit. We'll defend this. Maybe rook here. Maybe. Yeah, let's do rook there. Try to take on f3. I like my positional advantages. Let's maneuver this knight. He's looking for trades. b6. Maybe go c5 soon. Yeah, c5. g5, gain a little space. Let's maneuver this knight. I got to send this knight somewhere useful. I'm trying to figure out where, though. Okay. So maybe here. Is rook e3. All right, come back, attack that pawn. Let's go a6 and then b5. Got to get something going with these pawns. Very important. He has bishop e7, perhaps? No, he didn't find it. Let's keep pushing. If bishop c5, I'm going to play rook b7. Let's get here so we can get behind this and push. That way I don't lose... Well, he can play rook c6. I'm going to come after that rook, though. Let's come at that guy. Ooh, he blundered the rook. Under time pressure. All right. Decent game by Pratik, though. He stayed right there. Winston says, why not dress up as a rook? I already have one piece in the background, so I probably won't do a chess-themed costume anytime soon. Pirouetti. Okay, let's go knight b5. This is the main tactical idea, trying to get at f7. Whoa, and he blunders the game. That is a quick mate against a 2061. I'll take it. I haven't berserked much this tournament. I've got 1, 2, 3 berserk games in. Not bad. Looking good so far. Who's going to knock me out? We've got 12 minutes. 12 minutes to do some damage, guys. All right, bit wizardry again. Let's play queen h5 once more. I'm going to go for this line. I'm not trying to wind it down or anything, but, you know, I feel like maybe I can take a bit of a breather. It's not necessary that I win every game. From here on out, I'm okay with a draw even. So maybe just playing something a little calmer is smart. Let's chase that knight around a little bit. Let's see where he's going with that piece. Well, that's a good move that I didn't see. Let's back this up. Castle. You can play d5. I probably should have played d5 myself. I think I'm going to do that. So I think it's important to stop him from doing that move. So let's take, let's play f4. I want to put the bishop on f3, but I have to take some caution, pay some heed. This knight is a bit annoying on this square. Okay, let's just defend. h2. Not sure what he's doing with that bishop. I wouldn't put that bishop on g3 if I were him. Now, next I want to go here and here. That's the plan. Bishop d6, good move. Let's do this. Just try to stake out some territory over there. Okay, I'm still going to do this, even though I know he's going to take. Okay, let's do this. See if he wants to swap rooks. I think I might have a small advantage if he does. Let's come here. I don't want to trade. I don't want to initiate a trade over on that wing. Huh. All right, let's push this. He takes. All right, let's do this. This looks interesting. We take here. This is the plan. Yeah, f5. Good move. Good move. He's finding all the good moves. He can take h7 now. Oh, I have no time. Gotta hurry. Make moves. Gotta hurry. Definitely gotta hurry. Let's put this back. Let's come here. Nope. Let's do this. I hope I don't lose. I think I'm gonna lose. Oh no, he's too fast. Ah, Bit Wizardry knocked me out. Darn. I think I dug my own grave there because I said that someone was gonna beat me or had time to knock me out. And just like that, I lose all my rating points I accumulated this tournament. That's okay though. It's good for the competition. Posh Posh is the next opponent. Let's see if he goes queen h5. Nope, does the knight takes e4 move. Just playing it simple. Nothing too fancy. Let's play bishop e6 so knight f6 doesn't win our queen. That would be bad news if that happened. I gotta believe black is better here. I play a lot of these positions kind of in the Scandinavian as well. This might almost be like a direct transposition to a line I play in Scandinavian, in fact. Let's play bishop c4. Let's do rook e8 just to make sure this doesn't hurt us. Now we kick all these pieces back. I guess he has knight g6. Okay. This is still good, though, for us. f4 could happen. I'm going to go here and try to threaten f4. Ooh, he missed it. He missed the idea. Yeah, and now we're looking good. Let's go here. Now I'm going to try to aim this knight here or here. That's the plan. Probably he should play c4 for that reason. Okay, we'll come here. And how does he defend this? If he advances, I get my knight into a fantastic square. I could take f2, but he goes king e3 if I do that, so let's play it this way. Let's just come here. He can't take a7. He would lose his bishop. He didn't see that. And he resigns. So we get a win against 2400. Back in the action. Yeah, these guys would have to mount a really furious comeback to catch me at this point. Almost up to 200 people watching. And J. Bartholomew, too. Hello to you. How's it going? 1979. Let's see if he knows the correct way to play it. Knight c6, defending this pawn. Seems like he does. And now g6. I bet he's watching the stream. In fact, I'm almost positive he's watching the stream, so he knows how to play this way. Yeah, and now queen e7 and give up the rook in the corner. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take that, and then I'm going to run away with my queen and hide. I'm scared. I know that this gambit has potential, lots of potential, so I'm just going to hide. Let's go here, actually, so I can develop my knight. This is incredibly awkward. And maybe he can play knight e5 into d3, but we'll see what happens. Bishop a6 would be a good move here. I've switched around my king and my queen. At least I'm going after this bishop now. Maybe queen e3 and I can attack this guy? Maybe. We'll do this and threaten to take, potentially. Ooh, that's a tricky move. Well, I have this, though, right? Check. Check again. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get mated here. But check. As long as I do everything with check, it should be alright. Huh. Alright. Check. Yeah, as long as everything happens with check, it's fine. Check here. Well, now I can force a queen trade next move, queen e7. So, all right. So we survived the gambit, but as you can see, it makes me nervous. I don't think sacking on b6 and then bringing the queen back is the right way to play this. Super Ivanho says, you are just killing everyone, man. Maybe, but if you notice, a lot of the games my opponents are just giving me material. And a lot of them, it's not you know, it's not the critical way of playing for them. So knight b5. Nope, he's just going to play knight f3. Just a simple move. But I got to believe in this case, black is doing very well. I could be wrong about that, but I'm going to play d6 next move, and there's discoveries on his queen. Discovery possibilities. He should probably get out of the way with his queen like he just did. Let's go h5. Let's just see what we can cook up with that move. Because h4 is coming, and this looks very nice. Okay, why not h3? Let's come here. I'm going to try to work my way into the f3 square. It's the point of my play right now. Knight f3 check is the threat. Let's put this bishop here. I think that could be good. Well, okay, let's trade queens. Wasn't sure I wanted to do that, but it's probably all right. Okay, let's go here. Pin the knight as planned. Let's come here. Let's go b6. I think eventually I'd like to play for d5, but for now, yeah, setting up shop here. Okay, let's check, and then I get this in. And then I can go take on h2, and I'm threatening bishop f3 as well. Yeah, this is going to be really bad for him. He has bishop d5 maybe, but that's it. Let's actually just castle against that. Now we defend, we attack his bishop too. And he resigned. Okay. So we vanquished Bit Wizardry, and with that, we pretty much clinched the tournament. He's no longer doubling. He was our only relatively close opponent. Someone said Svidler is live with his stream too. Wow, Peter Svidler. Probably on Chess24. He likes that site. That's his main site. All right, Dark Schnapps, we meet again. Are you going to heed my advice? Yep, play bishop b3, and then this line. So we avoid the mate. Queen d5, queen e7, all that business. But, again, out of order, Dark Schnapps. What are you doing? I tried to offer you advice, but you didn't take it. Can I play queen takes c2? That would be kind of cool. No, let's not do that. Let's just do this. All right, we'll just be sensible. Bank the material, castle, fianchetto this bishop. f4, chase the queen. f3, keep plowing ahead with that light square bishop. Okay, take that pawn. Now if we can work our knight in just like we did in that last game, that's going to be painful for him. Knight f3. And that's a triple fork, so that's pretty much unstoppable. No way to deal with the threat of knight f3 check. Yeah, so let's just go after this, and then let's play d5 and power through on the diagonal. Check, win the bishop. Okay, I'll trade queens with you. We'll go here. Take that one. Offer a trade. Come here, attack f2. Can take that. Should be checkmate soon. Should it not? Check. Rook d3. Whoops, that's not a straight line. Almost checkmate. And that is mate. Okay. So under 2 minutes left, Bit Wizardry once again. I want another crack at him in this line. And the bishop coming to e2. I think this line is better than it seems at first. I think it's pretty reasonable. All right, let's play a3, stop knight b4. Rook d1, guard d4. Knight here. Okay, let's go knight here. And then take. Come knight b5. Let's play bishop d3, attack this knight. Ooh, b4. Almost traps. He has to play a6, but then we win a pawn by doing that. So it's looking good. Let's play bishop here. If he plays knight d5, I have bishop takes h7, and then win this knight. So that's a nice aspect. Also, I think this pawn is hard to defend. If he plays rook d8, I can play... He's just going to do that. Okay, let's do this. Big trouble for Bit Wizardry. And he just resigns. All right, we might get one more game in. Otherwise, that's going to be the tournament with 88 players. Nope, this is water. It's not vodka. I promise you that. Sorry to disappoint you, Patrick. I have been drinking coffee, actually. I have Starbucks right here. It's very low. Maybe that's why I've been doing well these tournaments, because of the espresso. If you want to play better bullet, you just got to get espresso shots. That's all you got to do. It's fantastic. It helps you focus. I have one vice in the world, and it's coffee. That's my main vice. Okay, so we win the tournament with 88 players, win rate of 95%, and Karp Kasparov got second, and Bit Wizardry got third. And I'm just going to tell everyone, GG's. Yeah, these tournaments were a lot of fun, and we made it a little Halloween themed. The Halloween Gambit and then the Frankenstein-Dracula Variation. Sorry I wasn't able to give you guys candy. You'll have to go trick-or-treating yourself to do that. DW232 Chess says, that is some of the worst chess that I've played in a long time. If you're going to play bad chess, it might as well be in a thematic tournament. So I'm just going to look at the chat here for a few minutes. Thank you, guys. We got 190 players watching, or 100 people watching. And a lot of you were in the tournament, I know. Jeremy says, what does this opening derive from again? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the entomology of the Frankenstein-Dracula variation. I'm sure you could look that up on Wikipedia or whatnot. Some people are talking about Svidler. J. Bartholomew 2 Mega says, your videos are candy. Are candy. Okay, yeah. And they come all year round, so it's not just 1 year that you get candy. With my videos, it's like a little present in your inbox at 12 o'clock midnight U.S. Central Time every day. Stix says, thanks for the entertainment, John. Good fun. Yeah, thank you for watching, Stix, dedicated viewer. FCST fan says, that was fun. Good idea, John. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yep, a lot of people seem to have fun this tournament. J. Bartholomew 2 is asking for one more. I think I'm done for today, but we did get the two thematic tournaments in. Is entomology the right word? What's the word for like the origin of a name? Is that entomology? I thought it was. Etymology. I don't know. I was close at least. Someone says, the Halloween Gambit is really effective against noobs in quick games, though. This Frankenstein one is crazy. Yeah, the main line of that Frankenstein-Dracula variation is really cool. I have a feeling that's better for black. And just in a practical sense, I mean, when black gives up that rook on a8, that's hard for white to defend. Like, black has all these pawns kind of coming at white, and they're going to win the knight back in the corner. Like, if you check out that game I played with Shaunik, Bowler, Ivory, where was that game? That was fairly early in the tournament. Yeah, right here. Like, I don't know what the engine says about this line, but I guess it prefers the material. So here's how it goes. Knight b5, trying to deflect the knight away from guarding f7 so that white can get queen takes f7 mate in. So g6, queen f3. I played f5. Again, you got to guard against the threat of knight takes d6 followed by queen takes f7 mate. This is where my knowledge ends, basically. I just know that you give up the knight in the corner, and then you kind of go from here. So I played the immediate b6, just trying to get the bishop to b7. Yeah, it looks like he made some mistakes right around here. As you see, the evaluation is fluctuating wildly. Bishop takes a8 is a big mistake by me, and in fact, better was knight b4. That way I attack the queen. Is the queen trapped? Oh, no, he can take e5. Queen takes e5, take a8. Oh, but it likes white there. I must have missed something. Whoops. What move was that on? Knight d4. Oh, win the queen. Okay, that's the line it's giving. But what about queen takes e5? Oh, knight takes f3 check. Aha. and then white has to take the knight back, and we'll win the queen next move. So as you can see from the evaluation, it's going wildly up and down with each move. But in a fast time control, I would definitely take black. I mean, I think black having so many pieces coordinated, white's king being a little uncertain, their queen being a target, seems more fun to play, at least from the black side. Entomology is the study of insects. Okay. Etymology. E-T-Y-M-O-L-O-G-Y. Yeah, that sounds better. Mint H says, have you ever played Svidler, John? Nope, I never played Peter Svidler, to my knowledge. I would love to, though. That would be a real good time. He's like the only super GM who actually streams and does the kind of stuff that you see a lot of YouTubers like me do. Arthur says, hi from Brazil. Hello to you, Arthur. John, can you explain Fins real quick? Fins is just the name of a Jimmy Buffett song that I was listening to when I registered my original Fins account, which was my Fins account on ICC, I believe. And I don't know, it's just like one of those things when you get a username, it just kind of sticks and you start associating all your email and everything with it, and then you can't get rid of it if you want to. I don't hate Fins, but, you know, I'm not like in love with it either. It's just like what I've come to be known by, so I guess I'm sticking with it. Fins, I think you can get a good score against Svidler in a match. I highly doubt that, unless it's like Bullet or something. Bullet, maybe I have a chance, but Blitz or anything longer than that, I'm going to get killed. I would love to play, though. I mean, I would give it my best. I might be able to get some games off him in quick time controls like Blitz or something. But, you know, Svidler is an elite player. If he wants to, he would crush me if he's focusing. Got to the World Cup final. Was within like a half point of winning it against Karyakin. Should have won it. Definitely. Anton says, John Ludwig hammer streams sometimes. Yeah, I saw that right after the Streamers Challenge, but it doesn't seem like he has followed that up, really. I haven't seen too many of his other streams. Hopefully he does. He'd be a fun person to play against. Cozy says, you going anywhere fun tonight for Halloween, John? Yeah, I might go hang out with some of my friends. There's some trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood who I know will probably come to my house if I'm around. And I haven't bought any candy, so I'm probably just going to go out with some of my friends. So I don't have to give out candy or go buy candy. I have no problem giving it out. But John, have you checked out the ChessPly website? Nope, I don't know what that is. Do the ears make you play better? Yes, of course. I think that was proven today. I think you saw that these ears are magic, and the bow tie as well also makes me play at a very elite level. I only lost 2 games combined between those tournaments, so QED. If you want to play well, you got to buy some tiger ears. Someone says, Broski, if you can score well against Grishuk, you certainly have a shot against Svidler. Yeah, but those were 3 bullet games, and who knows what state he was in when he was playing them. Overall, if any of those elite players really try, like I, as a 2450 IM, don't have a legitimate chance. Yes, I would take the odd game off of them in Blitz, and especially Bullet, but overall, it's not going to turn out well for me. Maruf says, what is that, John? Royal Bengal tiger on your head? It's just a regular tiger. If you want it to be a Royal Bengal tiger, Maruf, then you can think of it that way. Just so long as you don't say leopard or puma. It's it's a tiger. Joe says, John, would you say that a player of my level, about 1500, should study opening theory? You should have some lines that you know in depth. I'd say, definitely one main move is white, e4 or d4, and, maybe knight f3 or c4. Know those lines in depth. Don't have to go crazy, though. I mean, knowing, even 10 moves of theory in your preferred openings is probably enough at that level. And with black, you should have a couple systems that you're familiar with. I think ideally it's good to have 2 systems against e4 and d4 from the black side, but you can definitely get by with just one system against each. Don't go crazy studying openings when you're 1500. It's not necessary. Elvin Bread says happy Halloween. Yeah, happy Halloween to you too, Elvin. And Elvin beat his first GM in a long time control game recently. He made a comment on one of my videos and said that he did. So congratulations to you, buddy. You still haven't posted the PGN for that game, but if you do, it'd be cool to check out. John, are you a fan of Harry Potter? You know, I haven't read all the Harry Potter books. I've read maybe 1 or 2 of them, and I've seen about the same number of movies. So I wouldn't say I'm a fan, no. The Liger from Minnesota. The lion and tiger mix. Hi, John. What books would you recommend for a beginning chess player? I wouldn't recommend too many books, actually, if you're like a beginning player, because you're going to learn a lot more just playing longer games and taking them very seriously and working on your tactics. One book I really like is Attack with Mikhail Tal. That's an awesome book. And I think it's good for players even much higher rated. But that's a fun one that introduces a lot of attacking and tactical concepts that you may find useful at that rating. But mostly you should play longer games and try to take them seriously, analyze your games, and just be very consistent with your playing. Try to get as much practice in as possible. I think I'm going to wrap up this stream. Just looking at a couple more questions. Overcloud says, John, can we take private lessons with you? Yes, I do teach, although right now I have a waiting list. I'm not taking any more students at the moment, but if you're interested or want to be on my waiting list, you can send me a message on YouTube and I will send you a response. I'm actually trying to create some more time for myself to study and play more because I want to try to get better at my own game. And if I'm working all the time and teaching a whole lot, I probably am not going to make Grandmaster. So I'm trying to free up some time for myself to study more. John, do you think you can beat Ron Weasley in a chess game? That's the redheaded guy in Harry Potter? If he plays Wizard's chess, probably not. Chess Tempo versus Lichess versus Chess.com versus ICC. Someone's asking for a comparison. Whichever site you find best competition on, I think that's good. I think Lichess and Chess.com are excellent. ICC is good if you're a slightly higher rated player. I'd say 1500 and above. You're going to find a lot of good competition on ICC. The best players in the world play on ICC. So that's why like a lot of my videos are recorded there because I get to play IMs and GMs and those type of players. John, I am 1900 FIDE and 1950 on Lichess, but my endgame knowledge is really poor. Any suggestions for this? You might want to get a general endgame resource like 100 Endgames You Must Know is a really good one by Jesus de la Villa. I like that book a lot. Also, you should try to study games of classically good endgame players like the Capablancas, the Karpovs. Ulf Anderson is a player who was never one of the elite, like, you know, world champion contender, but very good endgame player, top 10 in the world at one point. So study players like that and maybe get a general endgame resource like 100 Endgames You Must Know. Brian says, is GM your goal? Yes, absolutely. I'd love to make Grandmaster. I think any player in my position, and I've been an IM since 2006, and it's hard to believe it's been that long, but I would love to make Grandmaster, of course. That would be the culmination of my chess career, I think. There's no higher title in chess than that, and getting that would be a dream come true. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I wasn't keeping an eye on the YouTube chat the entire time, but I saw we topped out at about 200 viewers, and we got dozens of people in the tournament, so this was really good. And hope you guys have a enjoyable and safe Halloween, and I'll see you guys around again soon, hopefully with another live stream. So once again, thank you guys, and talk to you later. Bye.